What is up, guys? It's Prodigy, and I'm here announcing that in a few months I'm probably going to start doing Ultramodded Survival. So yeah, as you guys who follow my Minecraft Survival series know, I have recently beat the Ender Dragon, marking the end of that survival series. And now, I will be using some mods. These are not actually them. What I'm trying to get you guys to do is to vote on the mods you want. I'm not going to go over all of these mods, that'd be ridiculous. But I'm going to give you a gist of the ones with the iron block next to them. Basically means the ones that I voted for. You can vote for a cap of 20 mods, and you can do that until we have a top 5 mods, which will be put in the series along with the original 4, which I handpicked, of course. The core mods in it are, first off, better dungeons, which basically adds in, better dungeons and some new bosses. And, the dungeons are, really epic too, like castles and stuff and all that cool jazz. They all have, bosses and even their own new mobs and stuff. There's also the Twilight Forest mod, which adds a new dimension, a few new dungeons in that dimension, new biomes in that dimension, of course. New bosses, new mobs, all that cool stuff. And as well as the Divine RPG mod, which adds, I think it's 8 new dimensions, 12 to 14 new bosses, and over 100 new mobs, which is pretty cool, because I also want to do a mob battle series with these things, and this is the tournament board. Yes, it's going to be a mob tournament. And then there's, of course, as you all know, the Ore Spawn mod. The Ore Spawn mod adds 5 new dimensions, 5 or 6 new dimensions, I think. Several new bosses, probably as much, if not more, than the Ore Spawn mod. I mean, not Ore Spawn, Divine RPG mod. And several new mobs as well. So it's going to be a very long, very epic survival series. But just to add some maybe new bosses, even more new dimensions to that survival series, these are the list of possible mods to vote for. I voted for, I think, 18 or 19 of them right now, and they have the iron block next to them. I'll probably also put the ones I voted for in the description, as well as the mods, just all the mods in general that are possible. Now, I'm actually pretty sure some of these are actually not, just a few of them are not compatible with Divine RPG. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work. But anyway, so the first mod I voted for was Mutant Creatures mod, which is pretty cool. Basically adds a new potion that you throw on certain mobs, like actually all three different mobs over there, like the Creeper, Skeleton, Zombie, as well as the Snow Golem and Enderman. And they basically create a huge boss form of them. And they have extremely fantastic animations, great models, and all that cool stuff and things. Now, I'm not actually going to scroll over all the mods. I actually tried to do that in the first take of this video, and it ended up taking forever. Alright. So, the next one is called Bosscraft 2. And that one just adds 5 new bosses, and each of the bosses have minions. I think only one of them doesn't summon in minions. And they're really cool. And you spawn them in with things and stuff. And the next one is Candycraft. That basically adds a new dimension entirely made of candy. I mean, who doesn't like candy? Actually, I know some people that don't like candy. But they have, I think 4 new bosses, several new mobs, and that kind of stuff. Then there's the Creeper Queen mod, which adds 1 new boss, of course, the Creeper Queen, and several new creepers. I know, who doesn't want more creepers? Everybody. Damage indicators actually doesn't add any bosses, it just shows how much damage a mob is taking and how much health they have to start out with. For example, if I had the little crosshairs on the skeleton over there, it would show that the skeleton has 20 health, which it actually does. And if I were to punch it, it would show that it did 1 damage, because that's how much punch does. As well as if I hit it with Diamond Sword, it would do 7 damage. And yes, it actually shows a little bar in one of the 4 corners of the screen. Or for example, Enderman having 40 health and all that stuff. And then there's the Demon Mobs mod, which doesn't actually, I don't think, add any new bosses, but it adds a bunch of awesome-looking mobs, which are pretty cool. And there's Derpy squids. I don't know why I added that one, but whatever. I don't really remember what it does. Yeah. Let's see what else. Eternal Frost. I think that adds a new dimension and a few new bosses, a few new mobs as well. It's basically like the anti-nether. Instead of it being really hot, it's really cold, and all that cool stuff. I keep saying and all that cool stuff a lot too. Farlanders basically adds little Enderman villagers, and yes, they're actually like little. They're like 2 blocks tall, at least for an Enderman that's small. It adds a new boss, new villages, new Enderman village, new classes of Enderman villagers, things and stuff. And there's the Godzilla mod, which I'm kind of afraid is going to lag the crap out of my computer, but it's probably worth it, because it adds an enormous new boss. Guess who? Godzilla. Actually, it adds 3 enormous new bosses. Godzilla, Robo Godzilla, which I think is called Kiryu, and 2 or 3-headed dragon whose name I forget. Godzilla is the most strongest of all of them, and I think has a total of 10,000 health. There are a few overpowered weapons, however, also to take them out. Golem World adds several new golems. As I actually said before, I wish there were more golems in Minecraft, so Golem World. Let's see what else. What else? Hostile Worlds, that adds a new... it adds like aliens into your Minecraft world. They come down on a meteor, it hits, and then in the crater that it creates, there will be... I just got myself turned around. It will create a portal to the alien dimension, and there will be a boss, and you can get a special item from that boss that can control redstone, fire, and water, which is pretty cool. What else? Legendary Beasts adds several new bosses, like Snow Beasts, Elf Hunters. I don't really know all of them, but they're all pretty cool looking. They are all bosses, and I like to use them in mob battles too, so that's cool. What else? There's another one all the way down here. Nether X, it basically adds, I think, a few new bosses to the Nether, as well as some new mobs, and I think 1 pet. Not enough items is just there for aesthetic purposes, just so that you can go in here and check whatever something's crafting is, whatever something's crafting recipe is, because with even with just the 4 main core mods, if you guys don't vote on anything, there will be so many crafting recipes that I wouldn't even be able to go on the wiki. I'd need like 4 wiki tabs open, and instead I could just use not enough items and scroll down. However, that's still you guys' choice. I really hope you guys vote for it, because I don't want to go on the wiki every episode of my mod survival. That'd be annoying. What else? Oh, here. Alright. The End, which is basically, I think this is actually the real name for this mod, is the Ender expansion. It adds biomes into the End dimension, so basically even after you kill the Ender Dragon, there's only more to do. And it basically adds a few new items, some new potions actually, new mobs, of course, and yeah, also some new bosses, which are pretty awesome, pretty powerful too. Okay, Utility Golems mod is probably one of the best Golems mod of all time. One of the best Golems mods of all time. It adds several new golems, and they're not actually all Iron Golem. They're not all based on the Iron Golem model. They're all almost all different, and some are customizable, some are pretty awesome, and all that stuff. It also adds turrets, like that shoot arrows in a specific fashion, depending on, it's so awesome. I recommend you guys look up a mod showcase for this mod, because it's pretty cool. Some of the big YouTubers have done mod showcases on it, so look them up. Let's go. Next one, the Flans mod. Now, I don't actually know entirely why I voted for this one, but this one just adds a bunch of modernized weaponry into Minecraft, and I don't know, whatever. I mean, you don't get, it's a really big mod. Just a bunch more crafting recipes to remember. It doesn't add any mobs, any bosses, anything like that. It just adds a bunch of new modernized weaponries and things and stuff. Like, a lot of new modernized weaponries. Alright, what else? Anti-plant virus mod adds a new biome like bug trees and stuff. It adds a bunch of new bugs, plants, and 2 new bosses, as well as a new set of armor and a new set of weapons. Battle towers adds pretty self-explanatory. Large cobblestone structures. They have 2 mob spawners on each floor, and also on each floor they have a chest. Basically, if you don't die, then you can get the chest and get all the loot-doodles in it. It'd be cool, and all that stuff. So anyway, guys, like I said, I will have all the possible mods to vote on in the description. Read through them, vote on a cap 20, and yeah. So I think I followed the cap 20 rule. I came close because I like so many of these mods. If I may ask you guys to vote for damage indicators and NEI, not enough items, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like or subscribe. Also, vote on which mods you want in the modded survival, and I almost forgot to mention, all of the mobs within these mods will also be used in a gigantic mob tournament at the same time as modded survival. And basically, we'll see what is the strongest mod and all that cool stuff. And yeah, so like I said, all the mods will be in the description. Vote on maximum of 20. Alright, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later.